In the 1950s, railroads were modernizing themselves. To meet their predictions of the future, railroads started modernizing their tracks, yards, and signaling systems, and also started replacing old equipment with the new. This became apparent when new diesel-electric locomotives started putting the older, worn-out steam locomotives out of service, despite the livelihood that still resided in some of them. One of these engines were number 5400, a J1 Hudson from the New York Central. She was one of the livelier engines still working on the water level route. However, due to her age catching up with her and simple mechanics, that kept her off of the top of the line expresses like the 20th Century Limited. And at the end of the month, she would be written off the roster for scrap. Also nearing their time was her man at the throttle, Raymond Marsh. He was a revered civil engineer and was twice number 5400's age and was planned to retire at the same time. After a fun-filled 34 years with the New York Central, he was planning to go out in style. We're 54 minutes behind schedule. Do you think you'll be able to make that up with an old Hudson? I don't see why I won't be able to. We have the right of way, there's not much interference with traffic, and we have a willing engine. Besides, I always like a good challenge. Well, I hope you also like the feeling of responsibility. We have over 500 souls on this train that you are in charge of. And that's not counting the ones that you might run into along the way. So make sure to be careful on the water level road. Hey, if this is my last ever run with this railroad, I'm gonna make sure I don't kill anyone. That's right, Mr. Burns, so get us into Chicago on time if you can. And remember, don't do anything stupid. All right, sir, that's a promise. All right, I'll give the signal. Make sure to seize the day. So, Raymond, you never told me you were retiring. Well, I'm old enough. I'm gonna make sure this is my best run on this route. Brian, can I count on you for a good fire? Oh, sure you can. Just do what you need to keep that fire going. And remember, the water goes above the crown sheet. When Mr. Marsh's train was running late, he always knew how to make it up in a snap, but how much of a snap was that? Not enough, apparently.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds, because you're mine.
Soon enough, they crossed the state border out of New York and into Ohio, but not without incident. A hot box was found on one of the cars and had to be swapped out at Akron, Ohio, costing them another 15 minutes. Despite this, Mr. Marsh was still in high spirits. As day turned into night, they still kept their confidence. However, little did they know, something was heading their way at a rather alarming speed. I tell you, boy, 5400 and her sister still got a lot of spark in them. Huh, these newfangled diesel locomotives, it takes four of them to pull one load of steam engine can handle. God, these youngsters, they... Alright, Doc, I get it. Just pay attention to the track. Alright, fine. Ah, crap. What did you manage to do now? That was a red line we just passed. I'm keeping the independent just in case, though. Alright then. So, Mr. Marsh slowed down the train, but kept momentum in case the signal ahead was green. But at the siding near Elkhart, Indiana, their worst fears were confirmed. Oh, sweet mercy, move it! Doc, we ain't gonna make it. Yes, we did. Look. Oh, God, don't do that. Well, hey, Brian, sometimes we have to take risks. Now all we have to do is keep the time and stay awake. After a near-death experience, you'd think Raymond would slow down, right? Well, they were still 18 minutes behind schedule. So in a final push for Chicago, Raymond gave 5400 everything, pushing her to the very limit of machine and man. Minute by minute, mile by mile, they inched closer to being on time. Then Raymond realized where they were and promptly threw on the handbrakes. All right, we made it. That was a good run, Brian. And we're just about on time, too. Wait, what do you mean just about? What? We got a hot box on the move, almost crash into a freight train, and then break the speed limits on multiple occasions, and we end up 2 minutes late? Mr. Mars? Oh, for the love of... What? I know you wanted to go on in a blaze of glory, but I told you not to do anything stupid. Conductor, I tried my best to keep the time, but hey, at least this will be the last time you have to deal with me ever again. Well, you know what? You're right about that one. You wanted to make this your best run ever, and unless the passengers disagree, you've made a successful home run. Let's not forget someone else's last run, too. Oh, yeah. There's no doubt that this will be the last time Steve will ever be pulling this train. This really is the end of an era. This really is the end of an era. I'm gonna miss this old girl. We've both lived great lives and we served the railroad well. I think we're both going to get what's coming to us. Well, management gets the final say in what 5400 gets. Maybe she'll be sold for scrap. Maybe they'll use her for publicity. Who knows? I know that ain't gonna happen, but that would be nice. You know what else would be nice? Her not having to do with this nutcase anymore. Hey! Oh, God, that was funny.